Nonverbal communication is a huge topic that deals with any type of communication other than the actual words being said. We decided to break that topic down into some of the main categories and the research on it. Enjoy.
Another form of nonverbal communication is facial expression. Whether we know it or not, our face communicate with people. There are a variety of facial expressions and behaviors that can be used to send different messages and different signals. The scale can range from Kristen Stewart to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj and Kristen Stewart are both examples of how little expressive your face can be. All of these facial expressions and behaviors are sorted and categorized. The first of these facial expressions that I'd like to talk about is speech illustration. Speech illustration can best be described as when you use your face to emphasize what you're saying. For instance, people often raise their eyebrows when they're being inquisitive and lower their eyebrows when they lower their voices. I bet you never noticed that. Other facial behaviors include conversation regulation, such as looking over at someone and cueing their turn to speak. Emplemetic gestures, such as shaking your head or looking down. Cognition, often people furrow their brow when they're thinking hard. Eating and talking, which I would say is self-explanatory. And the last two are emotion signaling and emotion regulation. So now that we know the different categories of facial expressions and what they are, how does this help us? An easy answer to this is a better understanding of facial expressions and how to read them will help you to more effectively communicate with people. An example of this would be if you're walking into a group of people and you see that one of your colleagues has an angry face. By reading that person's facial expression and seeing that they're angry, you can expect a certain response. When dealing with people, communication is key. A better understanding of facial expression will lead to better communication, and better communication will lead to better relationships.
Hey everybody, we're going to talk about some hand gestures now. Hand gestures are an important part of communication, whether you know it or not. People very often gesture with their hands when they talk. Good to know. It also helps communication with getting your point across. For example, if you're cutting vegetables, if you're just doing this, when you talk about it, it's going to make a lot more sense than drawing circles or something. Also is going to connect the audience with what you're talking about. Using no hand gestures can make your audience feel like you don't care about what your topic is and that you're disconnected with them. If you hide your hands when you talk, your audience may feel distrust, as that is often something that lying people do. So don't look like a liar. If you have open palms, your audience feels more trusted and they'll trust you more. If you have fingers together, it's a sign of expertise. It makes you look a little bit wiser. But if you have hands grasped in front of you, you're going to look very nervous. And that's probably not that good if you're trying to get a point across. Some of the smarter people, studies have found, actually gesture with their hands more, who get higher scores. Interesting information. President Barack Obama is also very good with gesturing with his hands. If you look at any of his speeches, they're very animated, makes him a great public speaker. Another interesting bit of information, blind people even have been found to communicate with hand gestures. Not that other blind people are going to see them, and not that they've seen these, it's just an instinct that they have. If you want to look educated and come off as intelligent, and maybe someday be president, you should probably practice hand gestures.
Physical appearance, by definition, includes facial attractiveness, as well as body shape, size, and style of dress. People who are found to be more physically attractive and dress well are found also to be more credible, compared to people who don't dress as well and are found to be less attractive, receive less credibility. A 2010 Newsweek poll found that 64% of individuals interviewed thought that physically attractive people had an advantage in virtually all aspects of social interaction. Body shape has three types. First is mesomorph. This is a muscular and athletic body type. This is found to be the most physically attractive type. Second, ectomorph. This would be a tall, thin, and fragile-looking body type. And the third is endomorph. This would be a soft, round, and overweight person. A study yielded that 99% of people obeyed the wait signal when crossing the road and there was no Confederate present. In that same study, when Mr. Dirty jaywalked, only 4% of the people followed, opposed to as when Mr. Clean jaywalked, 14% of the people followed. Individuals that have the height ranging from 6'1" to 6'4" have been found to be the most credible based on appearance alone. Individuals who are viewed as attractive have initial higher credibility ratings than do those who are viewed as unattractive. Women are more successful at persuading the opposite sex when they are attractive than men have in persuading the opposite sex when they are attractive.
Voice volume is a clear indicator of the attitude and tone of a group discussion. If voices are lowered, this could indicate a serious topic or talking about something others are not supposed to hear. In the next video clip, Hillary Clinton drops her voice to communicate the seriousness of her topic.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And I couldn't do it if I just didn't, passionately believe it was the right thing to do. I have so many opportunities from this country. I just don't want to see us fall backwards. So, this is very personal for me. It's not just political. It's not just public. I see what's happening, and we have to reverse it. And some people think elections are a game. They think it's like who's up or who's down. It's about our country. It's about our kids' futures. And it's really about all of us together. Some of us.
Many people laugh and talk jokingly in louder voices, while others speak quietly when trying to discuss something discreetly or of a serious manner. Louder voices can be a sign of attention-seeking or fright. In the following video clip, Mad TV's Coach Hines uses a loud voice to gain the crowd's attention.
Shut your big fat mouth and get off the car! You got a new name now. It's Hail Mary full of bullets. How about that? That's your new name. Shut your mouth. Just shut up. You know what this whole section right here, all you guys, after the game, alphabetical order, mass murder. Okay, all you. Stop the game. You stop the game. Referee, stop the game. Stop the game. Coach, enough. Enough is enough. Coach. You are suspended. Give me this whistle. Give me the whistle. I will give it to you. Suspended immediately. I'll give it to you.
How something is said, also known as paralanguage, is another aspect of nonverbal communication and deals with pitch, or how high or low the overall voice is, and vocal inflection, which is the pitch of individual words and syllables. Regarding overall pitch, having a lower pitch is associated with being more authoritative and believable, while having a higher pitch is associated with being more deceptive. If the pitch doesn't match the message, research shows that the message becomes less effective. Here's an example.
Sam! Where are the other drugs going?
Why are you talking like that?
It's a bad voice. It's a bad.
Really kind of goes against the whole dark Batman thing.
Are you kidding me? I worked on that like all day. I was like bat, sonar, high, squeaky.
It's not scary.
Naturally, we lower our pitch at the end of a declarative statement and raise the pitch to indicate a question. But changing the inflection of the other words in a sentence can completely change the meaning. Consider the following example. I didn't say he killed his wife. 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 There are 7 entirely different meanings depending on the voice inflection used. That's the power of the vocal inflection. When used effectively, inflection can convey subtle messages such as sarcasm, but when used ineffectively, you end up sounding just like Christopher Walken.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Numerous research studies have shown that by varying pitch throughout a presentation or speech, the speaker is seen as more competent, credible, and persuasive, having a positive personality, and results in more actual attitude change. Moral of the story, by using inflection to emphasize key words in a sentence, speaking with a lower pitch, and varying the pitch when appropriate, your message will be better received by your audience. Because you don't want to end up coming across like this.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the, anyone? The Great Depression, passed the, anyone? The tariff bill.